There are two distinct areas that children need when they're younger. So basically through the formative years, from the ages of about 2, that might sound a bit harsh, but 2 really is when they should be starting to enjoy the partnership with the ball, which is something that parents can help develop. Those two things are balance and coordination with the ball and gameplay. Pure and simple gameplay. And when I say gameplay, I mean a minimal of coaching, but at the formative stages, right up until roughly 11 or 12, when they can start to take some extra advice and tips on where they should be and what they should be doing and so forth. Predominantly, you can start working on formation in terms of positioning, in terms of looking for triangles and diamonds, but the main focus of every training session, by and large, should be small-sided games. Free small-sided games, freedom to play. The more they do this, the more skill they develop. The more insight, the more awareness, the more game intelligence they develop. So without any coaching stoppages, just allowing them to do. If you see some mistakes, you can correct them on the go, but generally you just let them play. Let them dribble, let them score goals, let them defend goals. You let them pass, you let them do whatever it is that they need to do to develop the skills that they need to succeed. Why? Because when we look at generations past, this is how they grew up. You look at a lot of the best players in the world, they didn't go through what kids are going through now, which is all this structured coaching, all these academies, all this sports science, all this stuff. And it didn't exist. In my day, it didn't exist. And, we're talking about an era when there were some great players around. There obviously still are some great players around. It's all great. It's all towards advancement, but this, in my opinion, is just way too much structure. Kids need to have a little bit more freedom, a little bit more ability to express themselves and to develop those skills over a period of time. We're trying to fast track them way too much into becoming little professionals, and it's not the case. I think it's just a matter of developing balance and coordination with the ball, a lot of technical stuff, a lot of skills, which predominantly usually should be done in their own time. If you've got the ability to pay for a private coach to work on those balance and coordination, they can show them different moves and things like that, such as what we do. That's fine, but otherwise, just kicking a ball against the wall, dribbling around cones, whatever it is, it's all going to be beneficial towards their development. But in terms of group play, there's a science to it, I think, and that science is that, creativity comes from freedom. It doesn't come from structure. So all these isolated passing practices and things like that, are more catered towards senior level football. When you're talking about shapes and things like that, yes, perhaps even then I don't endorse it. I particularly prefer the game-based model. Even at senior level, I just believe that football is about trying to get your philosophy across to the player, and the philosophy of our national curriculum is to play open, attacking, creative football. How do we do that if we're structuring everything? So that's my 2 cents for today.